Huzzah!
We cooking?
We on.
We cooking?
Live.
You gonna shower is one of the meanest things someone said to me in recent memory.
Come on, that was not mean. That was you just worked out.
It just worked
You were
out.
chilling in the kitchen. It was ruminating.
It was,
and it was just that was just friendly. I could have been like, "You smell like shit."
yeah, but
I'm
I'd
not
rather
gonna
that. I'd rather cut straight. I'd rather that than I have to figure it out. I have to come to.
Sorry, I'll be more direct.
Yeah, dude. Well, but also, I'll fully acknowledge I smell bad. But you also have many a time stated the kitchen smell funky. And
I'm not.
And I don't know if we were I feel like I was taking on some of the kitchen's burden in that moment.
Well, man, that's the price you pay when you
when you
sit unshowered after a workout in the kitchen, in the stinky kitchen.
Well, not only that, I took my first hot poop of the year.
Oh wow.
You know what that? You know
Yeah,
what I'm talking. When it's just like, because you're in that little like. You know, like in prison when they're like you're in the box.
Yeah,
That's kind of what that long bathroom's like when it's like 90 something and there's no air in there and you're just dripping sweat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I took one of those also.
Slides out smooth.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh, it's shoot.
I had a poop story lined up for you. Should we just
let's start hot.
And it was. I was at work the other day, and I had to, I was trying to hold off this poop because, when you can tell, like, it's a real farty poop.
Yeah.
It's like, it's mostly fart. It's like 70% fart, 30% poop.
But the poop's going to come out at different points.
Yes.
It's not like it's all going to be at the back end or the front end.
No, you got to, you got to really work to get this out.
Yeah.
And I could feel that, so I'm like trying to push, but eventually the pain got to be too much.
Yeah.
And of course, so there's 2 bathrooms in the back at Trader Joe's.
Right.
And one of them, I don't know, I think this is sort of a newer problem. I'm not sure if this started while you were there. One of the toilets flushes real loud. The other one flushes quietly. I always, if I'm pooping, I need the loud flush because I'm masking my farts with the flush. I flush and fart.
How many times Yeah, that's way crazy. You flushing 5 times in there?
Huh?
Or you just what do you?
Oh
mean?
Yeah, I'll flush a bunch. I don't care.
I think
it's better for people to know you're pooping than to hear you're pooping.
Okay. I've never.
That's
I think very seldomly I've given a multiple flush. That's a funny.
I'll flush 7 times.
I feel like someone's trying in there. I would think they're like trying to flush, get rid of evidence.
That's the thing. I'll even tell. I'll come out and be like, I just took a crazy poop.
Right.
I want to be in power though. Fart. There's no power to that.
Right.
All the power. You're powerless. And I just am picturing.
You know the scene in Shawshank Redemption when he's like hitting it and he's trying to time it to lightning.
Yeah. Yes.
That's what the Schweiner's doing in the work bathroom.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you do.
If I'm so lucky to get to the
sure.
toilet. It was a Sunday, and there was like 10 people waiting, and I'm like going, oh God, like I just hope I get luck of the draw, because I also can't be like, I did think about being like, I'm waiting for that one,
right?
But then I would have to, I don't know. So
there's a law, yeah.
I don't want to expose I don't want to expose
system.
my system,
Yeah.
Because then everyone knows that's a fart.
Right.
And this one would have been fucking 40 flushes. I mean, my God.
Wow, yeah.
And so I get bad luck of the draw. I get okay, but here's the thing. Here's the reason why I would rather people know I'm pooping than hear it, is because that fart through the door, people are just smiling and looking at each other because it's funny.
Yeah,
and I don't want that.
Right, you don't want that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess what I should do anyway.
You don't just go blow up the customer bathroom.
No, not really, because that I honestly wished I was gonna do that, but right now the customer bathroom is like brutal because what's that Japanese clothing store that opened? Uniqlo doesn't have a bathroom, so all their customers just come over to Trader Joe's.
Really?
Yep. And anyway,
It's a battle on two fronts.
It is. It's Battlefront,
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Nice.
But, and I'm like fucking Chewie in there. I'm like,
That was really good.
thank you.
It's over the farts.
That's what I should. I'm like, guys, you don't mind? I'm gonna work on my Chewbacca impression there.
Oh God.
Anyway, fucking, he's doing it out of both ends.
You get to the light flush bathroom.
I get the light flush bathroom, and
Yeah.
there's like 40 people now waiting out there.
Sure.
And I'm like, so I'm trying to. There's different techniques, right? Sometimes you're like, all right, I need to get some of these farts out standing because you have more control over your farts when you're standing than when you're sitting.
Right. And there's also, it's not, the toilet also will turn into a speaker at points.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh my God, great reverb.
Yeah, exactly.
And anyway, I get a few. I managed to squeeze out some silent ones while I'm
Right. It's
standing.
like a prison break.
I know. And then I'm just on the toilet. I'm battling. Like, it's like I feel the first one coming, and I'm like you're trying to like push it, but slow it down. Like, but you're
Right.
really like it's a dangerous game you're playing.
Yeah.
And so I'm taking a long time too. I'm in there for like maybe fucking 15 minutes, like,
Yeah.
because I'm battling this, but I'm too far gone now where I'm like, I'm not gonna not get this poop out.
Right.
And so I'm,
Just one bell's ringing.
dude, like literally, like the amount of times I'd hear, if you left register, please return.
You're like, you don't want me now.
Not yet.
There's something I have to see to first.
Yeah.
So what's the story? What's
So
where's that at?
no. I make it like pretty much all the way through.
Right.
Now it's just wipe time.
Yeah.
And I'm so proud of myself. I'm like, I can't believe I like was able to manage this. And then I'm wiping.
Proud of myself.
And then just out of nowhere, the most unmistakable fart. Like this fart, like I could have sold this to Dolby.
Yeah.
And it would be like if this was fart was in a movie, it would win best sound design. Like it was the most farty fart. It was just I can't even recreate it.
No.
It was so unmistakably so like good. It was deep and bassy and like good and just
it was perfect.
it was
Into
just
the
like
bowl.
amazing, and it was just one, and it like
It was a
echoed.
closer.
And I was like, oh my God, and it was just whatever. And that's pretty much the end of the story. Although by the time I got out of the bathroom, I had been in there so long that everybody had gotten to use just that other one.
Oh, so you didn't have any.
There was one old man out there, and I didn't give a fuck. I like high fived him.
I was right. Actually, did he give it back? Was he like respect
Like,
young
"That's
back?
Shit, I haven't heard
Good.
that since fucking the 40s.
Yeah,
Fuck that.
you're healthy.
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna ask what the faces were, but that makes a lot of sense as well. That they all got their business done.
Yeah.
They went back to register.
They
You
had
come
to-
back. Were you sweating,
probably.
dude? I'll get this when I get the sweats. Then I'm just you're like you come out and you're just going back of the hands to the forehead, and you're like that was. I felt like a day's work, but you also feel. Oh my God, do you feel good? Oh my God, do you feel so much better?
Sometimes.
Okay.
If you really have to poop, yes, but also it's like sometimes you just poop and then you're like you sweated so much that you're all gross.
Oh, you feel gross,
Yeah.
but there's an internal happy.
For sure.
If you get it all out.
Life's all about that internal
It
happiness,
is,
baby.
man. How you been, baby?
Oh, I'm doing good.
Doing good.
Doing good.
We've had
day by day.
We had a this is our second week in a row of posting an episode on the day of.
Yep. This is if you're going, hey, was it? I mean, no one's going, hey, it's a late upload. But today, what's today? The 19th. Today we are recording the 19th episode.
It's pretty sexy.
Yeah.
How you been? We had a busy week, and then really kind of since Goon, I haven't seen you too much. I don't think.
Yep. Yeah, we did Goon to a Goblin. That show was fucking awesome, man.
That was a lot of fun.
That was like one of my favorites. I don't know if I liked the last show of last year better or this one, but it's between those two of the favorite Goon to a Goblins I've been a part of.
Yeah, man. I mean, there's been I mean, this was one of the most fun ones I've had that I can remember, honestly.
Yeah.
Recent memory. Because we just kind of everything really fell into place in terms of the weather worked out great.
Yep.
That's a huge stress relief. The audience was fantastic and showed up and was full and paid. Not a single comic bailed.
Nope.
My set went well. Your set went well.
I mean, you crushed.
It was awesome, dude. It was. My mom was there.
Yep.
My brother was there.
I saw her. She was patting her tears with a hanky as you were just leveling.
Just it was really, that was very special. What else would I say? I mean, it was the it was just morale was high. Everyone was having fun. Pretty much every comic had a great to good set.
Yep.
Like
it was. We had strangers walk in off the street. That was cool. We had one stranger buy a ticket online because apparently Graham K told her about it. Although I was talking to Graham down in the basement, he goes, I'm like, there's one person here that's like your biggest super fan. He's like, really? And I'm like, yeah. She was like DMing me, like, and then like when she got here, she's like, is Graham here? And I was like, not yet. And he was like, oh God.
That's very funny.
Yeah. I mean, I hope she doesn't listen. I mean, she doesn't.
Everybody should listen to this. And
yeah.
Everybody. Well, then, yeah, the after party was a ton of fun. Out till late. There was just comics. I was talking to Tommy, who was here. It is a good sign how many comics after their set stayed for the like everyone stayed. Like no one was like everyone was actually having enough fun. You know how hard it is to get comics to stay.
Oh yeah.
Like and we didn't even have to try. Like they were all like hanging out in the back watching the show down here. I mean, people were truly having fun, and that made me very happy. And I was having fun. And I think also you and I really like took all the lessons we learned from like, you know, we weren't hosting, we were where you were supposed to be.
I was where I was supposed to
be. It was because you're so much better at the door. You enjoy the door I hate the door.
Yep.
You didn't particularly like bouncing around and shaking hands.
No.
And I live for that. And also I just have to move around because I'm so stressed until I get off stage. Even my brother, my mom, they were like, "You're so stressed." I was like, "I know." I was like, I can't help it. I care. I really care. I really want this to go well. There's so many moving pieces. I'm trying. I'm gonna be stressed.
Yeah, it's
whenever someone's like, "You look stressed," I am, dude. Try performing and throwing a giant party and clean and like just all of this. The only reason this show is so good, really, is because you and I care so much.
Yeah.
And
we go the extra mile.
We go the extra, and for no financial gain. Typically, we have the least fun performing on the thing. Like,
yeah.
It's so.
Yeah. No, I mean, it was. Although this, I think, was the least stressed I ever went into it.
Actually, probably the same, and I still was stressed.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, we're getting better at it. And yeah, no, I liken you to like you are like the charismatic club owner. You're greeting everybody.
Right.
You're how you doing? Let me get you. Oh, you need a seat next to your friend. Let's see what we could do. Let's move around. Hey, baby, come down here. Let me show you. We got waters. We got beers. Whatever you want. Thanks for coming, man. Mwah, mwah, kissing cheeks and
got it.
Fucking grabbing ass.
Oh yeah, dude. Sometimes at the same time.
For sure. I mean, that's the way you like to do it.
That's the only way to do it.
And you grab left cheek, kiss right cheek.
Yeah, so it bounces out.
Yeah.
Well, where I was gonna say this really made me laugh though is my mom was raving about your set. She thought you were so funny, and then she
nice.
went
Another fan.
Well, dude, I think you're good. She was like, so how's his sister? And I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, David doesn't. He was like, he talks about it on stage.
That's so funny.
And I was like, what? I was like, no, he just made that up for the joke. And she could not wrap her head around that.
Really?
She could not wrap her head around. I mean, she was like, I was like, hey, you know, he thought of this funny thing, and he was like, and she was like, yeah, but he said he has a sister. So I was like, how could he say that? I was like, it's just comedy. She was like, no, but he said he had a sister. I was like,
that's so funny. I literally, you know what's funny is I was thinking about that. I just added a line to that. I did it for the first time last night.
Sure.
Where I say, like, some people tighten up at that. I don't have a sister, and she does. I don't have a sister. There's no baby. It's an imaginary baby with perfect washboard abs or whatever.
Yeah.
And that got a good laugh. I was like, but yeah, I do feel like it's. I'm like, I should address that there is no sister, especially because sometimes people really do get upset at that joke.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't even. My mom certainly wasn't upset. She was just thoroughly confused that you could just say you had a sister and not have a sister.
Yeah. It is kind of interesting because I do sort of have, like, I have these, like, short jokes that are, like, kind of, I mean, just total, like, fallacies. And then I have, like, real life stuff mixed in. So I could see how that could be confusing.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Because if it was obvious that everything you were doing was made up, then
Yeah.
but so much of what you joke about is like your real life.
Yeah.
So then, yeah, you toss in that little one. But it confused me enough because I was like, what are you talking about? And then she was like the baby.
Oh, that's so funny.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, it was the amount of stress that went down when the rain was the biggest thing that was stressing me out. Because it wasn't a cancelable amount of rain. Because if it's like, oh, it's 100% going to pour all day tomorrow, then you cancel the show, so be it. But when the night before, there's a 30% chance of light rain during your show.
Until 8, though.
Yeah.
So it's like weird where it will be raining up until the very moment that the show's supposed to start. That's such a weird,
You're like,
what do we do here?
Exactly. And then the later you cancel, it's worse to cancel too late, and it's going to hurt ticket sales regardless, and but you also want to give people the maximum heads up you possibly can.
Yep.
And then you got to figure out refunds and all, and then you don't want to. You've already put all the time and effort into my mom's. You don't want to reschedule this thing.
No.
But you can't have an outdoor. You can't have a show in the rain.
No.
And so you're just like, as soon as it cleared, that was what was causing me the most stress.
Yeah, and that was, I mean, that honestly, I think once that once it was like it's not gonna rain, I was like, oh, this is gonna be a good show. I think the reason I didn't feel nervous, because usually what I'm nervous about is just, I guess, people coming,
right?
Which we had really great online ticket sales, and
that was huge.
My set, and sort of this time around, for some reason, I was like, you know what, like I'm not afraid of like not doing well, and not even because I didn't think it was. I thought it was very possible I wasn't gonna do well. Like I didn't, like I had like a bunch of bad sets in a row right before this, but I was just like, I know the rest of the show is gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
and that's all that matters. And like it's not enough of these people have seen me do well in the past, where it's no one's gonna think I'm a bad comic because I had a bad set.
Sure.
So that's kind of where I was at with it. And then I ended up enjoying my set. But I mean, everybody did awesome. I mean, and I thought the coolest part was how complimentary Sean Patton was of the show in general.
Oh, that was very sweet.
Yeah.
That made me very happy. I mean, that was very cool to hear. I mean, it made me feel like we were really doing something cool.
Yeah,
that we were actually,
because like he was basically saying, I didn't think shows like this were still happening.
Yeah,
this is like real comedy. This is like,
it's
this
fun.
is what you should be supporting. And just saying that because I hear all the time, on podcasts or whatever, like the comics that are like several generations ahead of us being like, man, like bar shows and indie shows used to be such a thing, and it's not really a thing anymore. And then to like be like, what we're doing, that is what they were talking about.
Yeah,
like that's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. I feel it's pretty old. It's pretty old school, in the good way.
Yeah,
like it's it's fun. The goal is to make this thing fun. We're simply not trying to pull anything on you. We're not trying to take money. We're not trying to. The people on this, we don't book these people because we see them booked everywhere, and we don't book them. We book everyone that we think is truly funny.
Yep.
We think will do well. We think also some are bigger names and some you probably haven't heard of, but we think they're all funny. And we think someone asked me, actually, they were like, have you thought, I mean, I get asked all the time, have you thought about moving the show indoors during other times and like doing it more frequently? And I think there's something about how, one, I don't think you can take the show out of this. The location is the show. The show is the location. I think the show is so much, it's here.
Yes. That's what keeps it from feeling like other shows.
Exactly. I think you can. What on earth is this show in a bar? Like in some, like nothing. And then the other thing that people ask, why don't you do it more frequently? I mean, it's twofold. Really, one, it's a ton of work. It's a ton of work. And two, these shows are, I think so many people do so many things frequently. It's good to have something be special. It's good to have something be like, look, if you missed this, obviously there's another one, but it's going to be 6 weeks, and there's like 4 this year. And if you don't, it makes it like a thing to go to.
Yeah.
If it was every other week, or you go, oh, I'll go next week. Oh, I'll go next week. Oh, I'll go next week. And it just, it has to, it keeps it feeling like an occasion at all times.
Totally.
Which I think is kind of I don't think a lot of people do that anymore. I think a lot of people are like, well, let's maximize, let's post every week. Let's do, post twice a week, have a show. It doesn't matter. Quantity. I think there's something to be said about
scarcity.
Scarcity, I think, is a good thing to have.
I agree.
And it's way easier. I mean, we would imagine if we did this every 2 weeks. We wouldn't last. You would not. We'd stop.
I mean, the only way that would work is if there were literally different people coming every week.
Yes.
But even that would still be just a shit ton of work. Yeah.
But yeah, I was. You know what I was? I was proud. I was proud. I was truly proud. I was proud of the performance. I was proud of what Sean was saying. I was proud that this existed because of the work you and I did.
Yeah, you laid the groundwork. And you should feel very proud of the work you put in, and you made it easy for me to just come into this like awesome thing.
Nah, dude. I'll tell you this: without you, last night was not happening. I'll tell you, or whatever that was,
fucking
last Thursday. But yeah, man. I mean, I did a check spot Saturday night for at Gramercy. It was sold out, and I was following Mark Normand, and this was very sweet. It was sold out, and my mom was there. This was my first time my mom ever saw me at a club, like at a New York City club, and it was probably the first time she saw me do a sold out thing. First time checks. Anyways, I follow Mark, and he has the best crowds. I mean, they're so into just jokes and silliness or whatever, and I do really well in this packed out hot room. Like, it's checks, so the beginning part people are chatting and talking, and then I get them to quiet down, and I just kind of turn it into a set, and I go, and I'm the last one on, so I say thank you, good night, and everyone's going yeah, clapping, and then they cut the lights on. I see my mom; she's sitting in S5 on one of the stool, and she had the biggest smile, just huge smile. You could tell she was like, hell yeah, yeah. And that was very sweet. I will never forget that. I will never forget. Just like. I do not remember seeing my mom smile like that. Where she was just like, she was walking and she was like, and that was a cool moment.
I mean, that's got to be such a crazy feeling to she's saw you from the time you were a baby, you were an awkward little kid, to high school, to whatever, and then just like all of a sudden she's watching you on stage perform in front of a sold out crowd, doing well, ending the show, people cheering for you, and just. That's got to be like the weirdest feeling.
yeah.
To be like, oh shit, this is just a guy now.
Well, she told me that. It's just I was talking to some girl, and she was like, "Oh, you're like a man." She said, I was like, "Yeah." It's also been very weird because she's I think she's like I think she's 66 now, and like she said it out loud. She was like, oh, there was we were at dinner last night, and there was like there was a bottle of sparkling water and a bottle of still water. She didn't pick up on that. She poured herself sparkling, but she doesn't like that. And she took one sip, and she was like, oh. I didn't, and the waiter had clearly said that's sparkling, that's still, and I was like, oh, you didn't. I was like, do you want mine? And she was like, yes, please. And then she was like, we're reversing role. Like we've been walking around through like train stations. And I've been holding her hand, and like for steps, like getting her up, like helping her up and and like calling her Ubers and walking her to train state, like all these things. And it's like, oh yeah. We are switching a bit.
Yeah.
That's been a real trip to see. It's the first, and my brother knows, it's the first time I've ever was like, oh, my mom's getting old. Which has been an interesting thing to see.
Well, yes. I mean, it also is, she's just like in a pretty complicated city that she doesn't know.
Oh, no but, like, and that's what I mean. I wouldn't say my mom's old, but she's like, but again, like 3 years ago, I wouldn't have thought, like she was in, like it's insanity. She's in the middle of Flatiron, man. It's crazy town. Like but it's like, oh, in terms of in the high, that's like, let's call that the highest difficulty. She is, like she's getting, like I wouldn't worry about her if she was in like Idaho or like, but like, or in San Francisco, but in this place that she doesn't know, where there's a billion people, like she's getting lost on maps and like, all that stuff. Like it's, no, I'm like, I was in the 8th Avenue. We were going from the ACE to the L, that station. I was holding her hand doing the steps because it was like rush. I was like, yeah, I can't.
Yeah,
you get knocked out. Like, what are we doing?
Swept away.
Yeah. I'm like, I got it. Wait. So you did a big old 20 last night? Is that?
Oh my God, yeah. I was on a reel. I mean, first of all, last night was like one of the most bizarre nights.
Yeah.
There's so many different things going on. It started. I'm trying to think of where to start this. I mean, it started with I was standing outside talking to Haley, and Haley's like, "Oh my God, look at that dog! Look at that dog's ass!" And then I turn around, and it is the most disgusting, infected, bulbous, bile-dripping, bloody dog ass I've ever seen in my life. I was like, don't ever
point out.
Don't ever make me look at a dog's ass again. Like, you lost your privileges there. And it was just, it really grossed me out. That was the start of it. And then,
where do I start?
I guess at the beginning. So then, the first show's getting sat, and there's one couple I'm about to seat, and then there's this guy who I'm looking at him, and I'm like 90% sure this is a guy I like grew up with. Went to middle school, high school, everything with. But like, it was like we both kind of looked at him, but like I don't think he really recognized me at first. And he went to the bathroom, and then I was talking to his like girl that he was with, and she was like, "Yeah, what blah blah. What's your name?" And I'm like, "David." And I'm like, "What's his name?" And she was like, "Mason." And it confirmed it was him. And I was like, "You guys from Florida?" And she goes, "Oh my God, yeah. Like, how do you know?" And I'm like, I went to high school with him. And she was like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah, like we grew up together, all stuff." And she was like, we like blown away. And then he steps back out, and I'm like, "Mason." And I shake his hand, and he's like kind of confused. I'm like, "David Marco." And he's like, "Holy shit." And starts like losing his mind. And he's like this giant. He's like 6'6" and jacked. He's a firefighter in Miami. Sick. And just like, but like puppy dog energy.
Right.
But also like a little like problematic at the same time, you know what I mean? Like, he's like, "Oh my God, what the holy fuck, dude!" Like, hugging me, and he's like, it's so funny too. He's at a comedy club, dressed the most Florida fucking, like, he's just like literally wearing a tank, like a Volcom tank, and like a whatever board shorts, and just like, oh my god, bro, holy shit, what the fuck, what are you doing here? Like, all this stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, I live here, whatever, I do comedy. He's like, oh wait, are you gonna go on tonight? And I'm like, nah, like maybe at the very end of the night of the last show. And he was like, oh, I'm gonna stay for that. I'm like, you really don't have to. Like, it's
please,
don't.
Please don't, Mason. Please don't.
Foreshadowing. And so
yeah.
anyway, I sit him, and then I'm trying to, hold on. I wrote down some notes to talk about this. Let me see if there was any. Okay. So, whatever, the show's happening, sort of business as usual, although it's just like weird. Like, there's like customers are being rude to Haley. There's like 7 spills. Like, people are spilling their margaritas at every moment throughout the show.
Which she is not going to like.
And I had to go in there and get on my hands and knees and like wipe the floor and clean up the ice. Like, literally like 4 different times throughout the show.
Oh.
And then
is it full?
Way more than expected. Like, there was like 50 something.
Oh wow, okay.
And so and then I'm just hanging out, and everyone's having like, it's like everyone keeps being like, they're weird, and like they were really tight.
Sure. Spilling drinks and tight is a tough combo.
I know. Well, they didn't really like the host, was the thing.
Oh yeah.
And then like, I think from there on, it just was like,
sure,
everyone was sort of struggling. And then like, it's Jay Jordan is running late, and he's the very last comic. And Jess Levin, she's on stage. She was like, he was after her. And then anyway. So Tyler's like, what do we, like, have we heard from Jay? And
was Tyler hosting?
Oh yeah, sorry, whoops. But anyway, the host is have we heard from Jay? And Kevin's like, no. He's like, maybe like, would you want, like, maybe like, do you want to just go on after Jess and like, sort of stretch a little?
Kevin saying that to you?
No, to Tyler.
Oh, okay.
And then he's like, I mean, I'll see what I could figure out. They really don't like me.
Right.
And then like, Kevin's just standing there, and then he's like, David, do you want to go? And I was like, it's funny because a little part of me was thinking that might happen, but I also was like, well, like, I'm not past there or whatever. But he did that, and I was like, yeah. And Tyler's like, cool, like, I'm gonna go lighter right now. And I'm like, okay. And I just like,
let's ride.
Stand up, and then we go in there, and then he lights Jess, and I think Jess isn't having that great of a time up there with them either, so she kind of like gets off immediately, and then I'm just literally on stage, like, in less than 3 minutes from Kevin being like, do you want to go on, David, to that. And I'm like thinking about, what am I going to do?
Is there anything going through your head, or are you just like,
I'm literally like trying to list the jokes I have in my head and figure out the order, but it's like happening so fast I can't even really think.
I mean, I have done that. One of the toughest spots. First of all, I mean, you've literally been on your hands and knees cleaning. They know you, and not as a comedian that you already seem under.
Yes.
2, you're in a mental place of no part of you is like, I'm doing stand up.
Yep.
3, you're coming. They're looking at you like they already know you're lesser than. You have no idea how much time you're doing. Yeah. No concept of when you're getting the light or whatever.
Well, it's funny because I was walking into that thinking, I'll probably, like, Jay's gonna be here any second.
Yeah,
I'll probably do like 5 to 10 minutes.
Right.
Not the case. I get on stage, and I mean, like you said, I took a page out of your book where you have to address that you're like. So I just get on stage. I'm like, we all good on popcorn?
No, always bring up the popcorn.
Yeah.
Did that get a laugh?
Yeah, got a big laugh.
Dude, run with that.
Yeah.
I always go, if you need any popcorn, you let me know.
Yeah.
We're all good on,
Because popcorn's a funny word anyway.
Oh, it is. No, it's saved my ass on many an occasion.
So did that.
I always say I'm kind of a big deal around here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm taking that.
Yeah.
But then, I did that, and then I just was like, the first 5 5 to 7 minutes, I was like literally killing.
Hell yeah.
To the like people were like smacking the table and like being like, it was like I was like, oh my god, I'm fucking good. Yeah. And then I sort of lost. Then they went back to being weird. It was not like a bad. I was like,
what'd you lose them on?
Huh?
What'd you lose them on?
Well, it was what happened was in the middle of my doing the magic bit, which they were with me,
right?
But then the table directly to my left,
sure,
stage left,
sure.
101.
101.
It was a table of 2 really hot girls, and then like 2 older, like maybe their parents, but I don't think it was their parents because when I was seating them, like they were like, "So nice to meet you," whatever else. Haley earlier in the shift was saying that she recognizes them. The 2 girls are models, right?
Oh wow.
They were fucking talking during my set, but like they were like being like they were talking about what I was talking about. Like I couldn't hear exactly. I'm trying to like pay attention, but it was distracting for everybody, and they were like part of the reason why I was like losing people. They were distracted by them.
Sure.
So I interrupted. I'm like, guys, like, what are we talking about? And they're like, oh, we're talking about you. You're so funny. And I'm like, all right, let's save that for after the show. Whatever, that gets like a little bit of a laugh. And then like, Dad's like, oh, they're like, Dad's like, that's rude. Like the old man. I'm like, I agree. You're being very rude and whatever. And that kind of gets, and then
where's security at?
I think Chief was like, let him handle
Let him cook.
I mean, he saw how it went a few weeks ago. I don't know what.
Put up a paw.
So I'm whatever, and then like they quiet down for a little bit, but then they end up talking again. But like after me addressing them, and then like I tried going back into the magic bit, but it was like kind of like I should have just moved on to something else. And then from there on, they were just kind of like the audience was just sort of weird after that. But I really wasn't mean to them. Like I didn't lose them because of that. In fact, people were coming up to me after me like, that table was awful. It's not your fault, whatever, all that stuff. But it was like, then after there, I would have some big pops every once in a while, but it was just like sort of back to like the mid laughs everyone else was getting. Like I was killing in the beginning, and then it was sort of mid from there on. I also did just like do all my best stuff up front.
Sure.
Because
of course you don't know how much you think it's going to be 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah. And you want to make an impression.
And then it's like literally there was like at one point I'm like, got my phone. I'm like, let me see what else I should do for you guys.
Wow.
It was like, but that, and it's funny because when I did that, I saw the time, 17 minutes. I was like, oh my God, I've been up here forever.
Yeah. I've never done a spot 20 like that. I think the most I ever hit was maybe like 10 to 12.
Yeah.
Because that's so running late.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's insane. I was thinking maybe like when they lit me, I'm like, this is probably just checks.
Yeah, well, it's also just... Oh, so Jay Jern went on afterwards.
He did go after me. And he was like, thanks, man. And I was like, no problem. Like,
I mean, but also, I mean, one thing I think is very funny about that is probably, without a doubt, you had the longest spot of the night.
Yes.
Which is something.
I did.
And 2, but that's huge for you. I mean, that'll go in the reports and the emails and whatever, you know, and just like, you did that. That is a I mean, that should be a paid service. I mean, that's a huge. I know.
I was.
That's like a huge Band-Aid.
I should get spot pay.
yeah, absolutely. I felt that way many a time where you go, I just did that job. I did the job.
Yes, I did it. I was like, I mean, when the host didn't want to do it,
right,
and so I did it.
Yeah. Yes.
And it was and I did really like I do think for those like 7 or so minutes that I really had them, I like did the best on the show at that point, and then the rest I kind of was like where everybody else was at, sort of.
Sure.
But how did
it feel?
Felt cool. I mean, so here's the thing. So I get off stage, and then the 2 model girls come out, and they come to me and they're like, "You were our absolute favorite," and I'm like, "Thank you," and they're like, what were you saying to us? Were you... They were like, were you saying we were being rude, or were you asking for our Instagrams? That's how fucking fucked up hot girl brain is. They thought in the middle of my set, I'm like, excuse me, can I get your guys' Instagrams? You are unbelievably hot. I know. I don't mean to interrupt your conversation. I hope I'm not being rude, but I would love your Instagram.
That's how they heard it. I hope I'm not being. It's so funny.
They like literally were like, "Were you asking for Instagram?" I was like, "No, I was telling you guys to stop talking." And they're like, "We weren't talking, we were laughing." And I was like, "But no, there were words beyond haha." And they were like, "Well, we were talking about how funny you were." And I'm like, "That's still talking."
That's still talking.
I so appreciate it. Laugh.
Let's talk right now.
It's like, yeah, no, whatever. And then Michael Good was like next to me. And then one girl was like, "I want to do comedy. My friends think I'm so funny." I'm like, "You should go to an open mic." And then they were whatever. And then Michael like made some joke, and they were like, "Was that supposed to be a joke?" Like they were rude to him. And he was like, "Oh no, I was just like saying." And they're like, "Damn, you're not even on stage. You're trying to be funny." Like they were roasting him. And
damn.
like, Jesus, these girls are awful.
Well, you know what I've had a couple interactions with through stand up with girls that are like, yeah, like models.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to me when these things happen because I'm like, I don't know how I'm talking to you. It's insane that we have ever had a conversation. Dude. You know, like you're talking, they're like these two models. They're like, they're coming to you, and you're like, what's happening?
Well, yeah, and they were like, "You're my favorites, yada yada yada." And then what's funny is when the show ends, they're coming out again, and I'm like holding the door. Like I turn the lights on.
Yeah.
Holding the door, and then they come out, and they're like, the one girl was like, "I think you were asking for my Instagram," which was like. Then I'm like, oh, is she like trying to give me her Instagram? But I was just, so she's like, "I think you're asking for my Instagram." And I was like, "No, I wasn't." And then she was like, "Okay," and walked away. And Peter Wong was like, "What, dude, why didn't you?" I'm like, I'm not going to do anything with her Instagram. She sucks. And two, like, what am I going to, "Hey, do you want to get a drink to this 19-year-old beautiful model? You saw me. Remember, I was cleaning up the ice, and then I was on stage yelling at you."
You hated Michael Good.
Yeah. It was like, yeah, they were just awful. And
no, so, Peter saw the vision. Peter saw the vision.
He did. He was like, "Man, I wish I was confident." That's what he said.
That's the most comic thing of all time. Why didn't you talk to them? And then just in the corner, I hate myself.
Yeah.
Wait, so did you see Mason the whole time when you were on stage? Or
oh, like, yeah, I did keep glancing over.
Was he smiling? Was he like, oh?
I wouldn't glance for that long, but sure. I mean.
Did you talk to him? Well, was New Jokes after? Did you have to turn over? Or?
Yeah, there was New Jokes after.
Okay.
So I didn't have to turn over the room. And then he came out, and he was like, "Dude, that was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
You kicked ass." He's like, "I was texting Michael," this other guy that we know. He's like, he couldn't believe it. He was like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, I hope you weren't texting her in the show. Whatever. It was like,
but that's a cool thing.
No, it was awesome. He was like, "That was so fucking sick." And he was like, and then, like I said, he's like this big puppy dog guy, but like pretty problematic. He's like, "Oh my God, man, fucking, I hate homeless people." Like he's just saying that.
Let's get to that.
And I know, like immediately, I'm like, really? He's like, "Being a firefighter, man, you just fucking hate them." Fucking the only time I cried, there was this one homeless guy. The cop shot him right in front of me, and I was like, "All right, well, it's great seeing you, Mason."
It's great to see you, Mason.
That was fucking awesome, dude. And yeah, but
what a night.
No, it was so.
I knew when I get a text from you that has like 3 periods, I'm like, something happened. When I got a couple, I was like, oh, something. I was excited. That's the artist.
Oh my God, it was
so few people understand that position.
Yes.
Of you're just. I mean, I remember one time I was halfway through. I was bar backing at Graham with hair, and I was halfway through a chicken parm. I just been cleaning up, and they were like, "Someone, you got to go on." And I was like, like wipe my mouth.
Oh, dude.
You're like, okay.
I know, it just is so like.
And you're not thinking about set. You're not. You're in your grossest clothes,
and you're just out of nowhere doing 20 like that out of the blue.
20
3 minutes notice, like it was so. Crazy, and I'm just like fucking. I'm like thinking, what do I even do here?
You know what? That honestly reminds me, or it's it's such a baseball thing when like the starter blows in the second, and then they just have a guy come in from pitch from the third to the eighth, and he does great. Like he just held him to 2 runs. I mean, I wasn't even supposed to play today.
Yeah,
and I pitched 6 innings.
Yep.
That's cool. That's a good. Well, welcome to. Well, hey, your first New York spot, really?
I know, it's true. It's true. No, that felt awesome, and I was like, and like just like they were just. It was cool because all the new jokes people were like sitting there, and just like a few people came up to me like, so fucking awesome, like,
yeah, man,
you were our favorite, whatever, and I was just like, thanks, whatever, and then just like that felt really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's the whole thing about being around. That's the one of the being in. You were there.
Yeah, I was there.
You were there, and you'd established yourself before that. Hopefully. That's only a good thing.
Yes,
that's rare that someone was that late.
I know.
That's very late. Without like much without like I'm going to be that late.
And it's funny because the show was running early because do you know who Dan Mintz is?
No.
He's a very funny guy. He's the voice of Tina on Bob's Burgers.
Oh, sick.
And he sounds exactly like her. Like he doesn't change his voice at all.
Nice.
And but he's like a one-liner comic, and he's very funny. Like, in fact, I mean, Mike Cannon was on this when Dan was there. Mike Cannon was like fangirling. He's like, "You were the first comic I saw when I moved to New York, dude. Like, shit, whatever you were."
Oh, so he's been around for a while.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And he's working on another late night set, and they were just weird, and they were like really not like he was getting laughs, but they were just not fucking with him. And I think he literally did. Like I've never seen this before because I went in to watch his set. I think he did less than 5 minutes, and he just got off. He was like, "All right,"
and he was billed for more time.
Supposed to do 15.
Oh wow,
yeah, and he was,
it's running early like that. I get you.
It was running early, but then Kevin was like, just light people like a minute or two later than you would normally. Like he was letting people do extra time,
right,
to like make up for that.
Sure.
And then I
then you took the brunt of that.
And then I took the brunt of that, but yeah.
You got any other crazy tales?
No, that was pretty much. Although I mean, like the only other thing I wrote down:
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I mean, there was a bunch of whatever. Went to the park, yada yada. But the only other thing I wrote down that I thought was funny this is just a thing I was like laughing about at work. Which is like, some days you're having a bad day at work,
right? And
you want to like make other people feel bad, like you feel bad.
Sure.
That's how it is.
No, yeah, sure.
For me, and I was like I'll do like one thing I do is like when I'm like on demo. And it's just a million people are coming and grabbing it, and I don't have time to build up. And people like walk up before I'm even scooping. I'll go. I'm like, someone's hungry, whatever. And like, that hits some people for sure. That makes me feel good. I'm like, whoa, you're ready. But
dude, if you tossed me that, I mean, you gonna shower hurt way more than if you toss someone's hungry. I'd be like, fuck yeah, I am, David. Make me a sandwich.
Come on, we're both men here.
We're both
You're gonna
men.
shower. That's some boy talk. But
yeah, that's boy talk. This hat is horrific right now. This hat smells like death.
And you know what? It didn't need to come. Didn't need to come down.
I can't stop wearing it. Didn't need to really. We're downstairs in the basement. It did not need to come around.
We don't even have any lights flicked on.
Not even a little. You're right about that. You're right about that.
But
my undershirt's all oil stained. Look, I am gross right now. So wait, someone got hurt by someone's hungry.
Well, no. So the new thing I was thinking, and it was making me laugh very hard, is because there was this girl that was buying toilet paper, right? And if, for some reason, even though it shouldn't be, sometimes it's kind of embarrassing to buy toilet paper.
Right. Yeah.
And she was like buying she like had 2 6-packs she was buying.
Sick.
And like I was like imagining myself like picking them up and be like, damn. Like tell me you got roommates. You be shitting.
This can't be a studio now.
You be shitting.
You be shitting. Do you feel embarrassed? Do you still feel? I still feel embarrassed buying condoms, especially because you have to like And
Yeah.
like I went to a CVS and they have to like get into Fort Knox for them. You have to ring a doorbell that's to personal hygiene aisle, and it's just you, and you're like, I'd like bearskin, please.
You got to go bodega.
Yeah, bodega's better. Yeah,
because they just turn around and grab it.
Yeah, but then you just got some.
Like, let me get a honey pack, condoms, 2 Gatorades.
Yeah, I got 3 protein bars.
Yeah,
stick of gum. That's all I need for the walk over. Well, you caught me in a vulnerable moment the other night. That was what I. Yeah, dude, I couldn't because you this I thought we should share for the pod. This made me laugh so much because also it was such not a reversal, but I came home. I was at a Bushwick soiree till like 2 a.m. or something, and I came home, and it was on a rooftop, and I was leaning on a pillar that was covered in like tar, like not solid tar. And I got tarred, and it was all over the back of my shirt and my arm. And and my watch and all this stuff, and I came home, and I was like, I tried this rubbing alcohol, but that wasn't working, and I used ChatGPT for one of the first times I was like, how do I is this tar, and how do I get it off? And they were like, they were like, it appears to be tar. You got to get some olive oil, and so I'm just pouring olive oil in my hands. And then I hear you come out of your room, which is normally my move because you were like, I want to chat, which is far often more my role. I hear you come in the door. I'm like a puppy. I'm like, let's play. And you come in, and I'm listening to like Avril Lavigne, just olive oiling my arm, my whole forearm and hand, just rubbing them in olive oil. And you were like, what are you doing? Also, I was dressed to the nines.
You were dressed like The Rock. You like the shirt you had on. I can't even I don't even know how to describe it. Like it was
I was exactly dressed like that. I was just because it was one of those
like it was like I don't know, a cashmere
like
polo.
But yeah, it was like
but that was like gripped around the arms, and it was like form fitting.
It was form fitting. I looked huge.
Yeah,
I was in like my white like trousers with like loafers on, round belt, and I was
up to your elbow in oil,
up to my elbow, over the kitchen sink, and you were like, "What?" Well, because I didn't dress because I had a friend's engagement party before. Like, that was a long day. I had a friend's engagement party. That's how that day started. And then I did stand-up dressed like The Rock.
Yeah.
Which was because I had to go from the engagement party to that.
That must have added to how proud your mom was of you.
Dude, I think she liked that.
Yeah.
I felt so weird doing it, but I was like, this is just the situation. I'm not bringing a change of, And I just thought that was such I could not believe anyone saw me oiling myself up like that.
Yeah.
It was just you just looked and you were just like, what are you doing?
It was like, I was scared.
I was like, nah, I'm good. The oil worked like a charm. For anyone out there, if you ever get tar on your body, oil does get that shirt's gone. That shirt, believe it or not, that shirt was only like $15 at Uniqlo in Japan.
Oh wow.
Which was I would have been pretty PO'd had it not been.
Yeah.
But
the shirt's fucked.
Yeah, it's covered in tar on the back. I washed it. I was like,
damn.
I'll get another. Don't you worry.
Okay,
good. I flew too close to the sun. I was never meant to dress like that.
No.
That's too much.
No. I can't imagine what everyone was thinking at the Bushwick rooftop party.
Yeah, dude. Well, because the theme was gas station glam, and I showed up dressed like that,
like the owner.
And there was just everyone was just. They're all like 24, 25, just like, I don't even know how to describe it. They had like, Cam actually had a great like Obama 08 hat, like gas station hats and like cut off sleeves and like jean shorts, and I was dressed like I was like The Rock's assistant.
Like it was 1,000% The Rock. If you had a Cuban link bracelet on,
dude.
What
was funny is I was at the engagement party. It was the rooftop of this like It was like a rooftop clubby bar, and the amount of guys that were dressed exactly like that, it made me feel. It was funny because all the girls there, some came to the show, but they're friends of friends. They're like, I've never seen you dress like this in your entire life, and I was like, I know, I read the dress like this was what this was for. I never dressed like this.
Yeah.
They were like, you look good. I was like,
oh yeah, you do look good. All gussied up.
Yeah, I gussied up. I got gussied up. But yeah, man, that's, I don't know. Are we at time?
For sure.
Are we at time? Have we
Gotta be. Oh yeah, we're at 55.
55?
Let's call this bitch.
Let's go.
Shout out to you players. It will be uploaded shortly.
Thank you for listening.
Bah.